Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Donald. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Donald flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's For play.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Touchdown! DK Metcalf from 10 yards out. And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Donald. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Donald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is Archer, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Finding room. Walker hitting the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It'll go as... And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the...
After review of the play, rules on the field reversed.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Donald. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Back to throw. Donald. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he loses the football the second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Garrett Wilson, 25 yards for the touchdown as they have taken the lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, They're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing on first down. Donald. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. 6 man. Check curls,
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Deontay Hardy 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collect. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him. It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
Operating from the gun. Donald on the move to his left. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers win it. McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And some room to roam now. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as that promises to be a tight one. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Throwing to start the drive. Donald. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Donald. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Donald. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Donald. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll look to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Martin Emerson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the 1st half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Archer. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And they'll begin by running the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Here's the option, running right, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Right there, 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Donald out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Jackson on 1st down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They go play action now. Jackson
on the move past the 40.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 30. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Deontay Hardy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Donald. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Donald steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. One back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And oh, the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Throwing, Jackson.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That pass is caught by Hardy.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Jackson to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Off play action. Donald. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And do you believe this? It's a safety, and the ball game is over.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the 49ers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.